Yes, please come.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Rohit, please take your seat.
Thank you, sir.
Feel comfortable and introduce yourself.
Good evening, everyone. My name is VERMA. I was born and brought up in district Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh, from where I have completed my high school and intermediate. I did my graduation in computer science from Mangalore University, Abhikar. I am quite an adaptive person. My hobbies include watching web series, movies, listening music, cooking, and I often do group discussion with families and friends.
You completed your computer science graduation in 2014.
Yes, sir.
Since then, what you have been doing?
Since then, I was preparing the civil services. Although there is a certain admittance in me that a significant amount of time has been spent to my struggle. But initially, there was the lack of guidance as well as certainly the coronavirus pandemic has elongated my struggle. But in this time period, I have developed in me a set of value system that could be I developed in me values such as dedication, perseverance, to be adaptive in a hard condition. That could be useful in my larger life.
How many times you appeared for civil services?
4 times.
So what was the outcome?
I wrote mains in 2017 and 18.
Twice.
Yes.
And but interview was not.
I would not qualify for the interview.
This year also you appeared?
No, sir. I was appearing solely for the EPFO.
EPFO. And you have a plan to
Yes,
appear
I
for?
plan.
Which year? Next year?
Next year I will be giving civil service.
Okay. My member will take for this.
Okay, Rohit, can you tell me something about this Pradhan Mantri Rozgar Protsahan Yojana?
Yes, sir. It is a scheme that aims to boost the employment generation in the country. It has been introduced. Certain benefits have been provided by the government in terms of contributions, but I don't know the exact contribution. So it's a program which mainly aims to restore the employment generation after the corona pandemic.
Okay, and what about Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana?
Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana, sir. In this government, the employer, the people who have lost their job in the corona pandemic, they will be given, if employer give them a job, then the contribution of the in the EPFO fund, in the social security fund will be contributed by the government. There is some criteria also, about 1,000 members, if any, about 1,000 employees, it will be government will be contributing the employee contribution. If it is lower than 1,000, then government will be contributing employee and employee contribution.
So what is the difference between Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana and Pradhan Mantri Rozgar Protsahan Yojana?
I will recall this.
Okay. Can you tell me something about Shram Suvidha portal?
Shram Suvidha portal. So it basically, sir, I have not.
Okay, E-Shram portal.
E-Shram portal, yes. E-Shram portal is basically aims to, it is a pan-India portal which aims to collect the data of all the unorganized workers. So that in future the social security scheme could be provided to them. Initially, the subscriber of the E-Shram portal have been given the benefit of PM Suraksha Bima and even PM Jyoti Bima, even PM Jeevan Jyoti Bima.
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me how the international workers are given the social security benefit in India?
If we talk about EPFO, government of India signed various social security agreements with the countries, such as it has signed with the Brazil and many other countries it has signed. So it is basically the reciprocity of social security is given to each other worker in the respective countries.
Okay. How many social security agreements are there?
So I don't know that.
Around approximately?
Around it is more than 10.
Can you tell me the difference between EPF and NPS?
EPS and NPS. EPS is the first major difference is the criteria. EPS comes under the Employee Provident Fund organization. It is one of the scheme of employee fund and it basically the eligibility criteria is the establishment should have more than 20 workers, and the wage criteria is also there. Below 15,000 is there. NPS is applies to all the citizens. Every citizen can go for NPS. The second major difference is about the investment with the EPS do and the NPS do. EPS mainly involves it. EPS mainly aims to provide the social security. Security is major concern for the EPS. So it invests mostly in the equities, even in the mostly in the bonds, fixed income bond.
Okay.
And its exposure to equity is limited to 15%. Whereas in the NPS, you get a choice to invest, and the exposure to equity can be as much as 50%. So and other difference is that the lock-in period also differs.
Okay. So if we check that defined contribution scheme or defined benefit scheme, so which one is which one?
Can you pardon please, sir?
Defined contribution
Defined contribution,
or defined benefit scheme?
which is more beneficial?
NPS and EPS,
Yes.
which will you put in that criteria?
I think the EPF is a defined contribution scheme,
Okay.
and NPS is no, NPS is sir, I'm not in that way.
Next.
Yeah, hello Rohit.
Yes, sir.
You said that you are an adaptive person.
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by that?
Adaptive means in my previous year, there have been many situations to which I have adapted, and the circumstances which were very hard, which were quite hard for a person.
So you're talking about the personal life adjustments.
Yes, personal, and I am also ready to adapt to the situation in the very organization I will get. By adaptive, I mean the changes in the situation, the changes in the organization and in the public life. That could
So
be.
how do you
any
think
changes.
this quality of yours will be of help while you are posted as an accounts officer?
I believe that, sir. First of all, the main changes that all organizations are seeing it that mostly the institutions are moving toward the digitization. So I believe that since my background is also of engineering, so I could be more adaptive to the new business processing and the new technology that will be adapted in the organization. And I also believe that the EPFO have done a very challenging job in the
Okay.
corona period. So I could also adapt to the future challenges.
You have delivered yourself. Rohit, tell me, you listen to new songs,
Yes, sir.
but don't you agree that these new songs, they are not worth listening? They don't have good lyrics and they keep only music dominates. Don't you agree that only old songs are worth listening to?
I think
Because I don't find new songs even worth our time.
I believe that, sir, every song have a certain feature of it. The new song will be the old song for the future generation. I believe that. So always there has been some kind of romanticism regarding the older thing. So I believe that although the older song have some kind of lyrics were important during that time. Now the major focus is on the electrical music as well as the beats are more important than the
So
lyrics.
you like to listen to beats more than the lyrics?
So it's depends upon my mood. So I have a separate playlist of old music also and of new music also. So
Okay, so tell me one thing. Suppose I want to develop an interest in new songs. Tell me 2 songs that I should listen to so that my interest can get built up there.
particularly two songs.
Yes.
If I can tell mostly I listen the Arijit Singh song could be listen. I don't know exact song, but I think his most of the songs are quite beautiful and well sang. So and another singer that I could say that the song of Kailash Kher. You can
Okay.
listen Kailash.
Okay, Rohit. So tell me, have you heard of the term PF wage? PF wage, Provident Fund wage.
No, sir.
You have not heard of it. How many workers should be present in the company to compulsorily enroll it under EPFO?
It should be more than 20.
More than 20. It should be 21 minimum.
No, 20 or above.
20 or above.
Yes.
Okay. suppose today there are 18 people,
Yes, sir.
and yesterday there were 22 people, and
Yes.
today is what the day when you are doing the inspection. Will you ensure the applicability of the Act and scheme?
So there has been a provision that if any establishment have more than 20 workers in the last accounting year, then it will be eligible for the.
What if they had more than 25 years back?
So I think it doesn't come under the
It
provision.
doesn't come in the Act. Okay. Are you aware of the currently prevalent interest rate in EPFO?
EPFO
Yes, interest rate.
8.1% for the
Who decides this?
Ministry of Finance.
Okay, so is there any role of Ministry of Labour in it?
So I think the Ministry of Labour and the Central Board of Trustees are consulted in by the Ministry of Finance. They all together decide the.
Okay, so tell me the constitution of the board itself, Central Board of Trustees.
Central Board of Trustees mainly consists of the representative of central government and the representative of state government and the representative of employer and the representative of employee.
Okay. So Rohit, you go to a company for inspection.
Yes, sir.
You see large scale evasion there,
Yes, sir.
and when you ask for the records, the employer is not providing the records. Suddenly you receive a call from your boss saying that this man is my friend, leave it, come back to the office. What will you do?
So I think in that situation, I believe that according to the work ethics, I will do my work according to my ethics. My work is to provide the social security to the employees who are not getting any type of social
No,
coverage.
let's leave the larger role of yours. Let's talk about the situational reaction you will have.
I think, sir, I will ask my senior on what basis that he is ordering me, on what basis he is saying me to.
You will argue with him.
Yes, sir. I think if arguing is, I think a reasonable reason should be there. I believe that.
If he says that I have no reason, you just come back. I'm ordering you.
In that situation, I believe that reason should be there. I will consult with the other officers, my seniors. Then I will decide whether to come or not.
Okay. Those are my questions, Rohit. Now, sir will continue.
Rohit, what is your optional subject in UPSC?
History.
History. So you are a computer science graduate. How come you took history?
So, in my school time, when I used to study history, there was a certain interest in me about learning about past and about the history. So my score was also quite good in history in my school days. So
Why did you go for
And-
history education?
the first reason is there is no computer science optional in the civil services.
No, I'm talking. Why didn't you pick history as your graduation subject?
It was majorly due to my interest. I was more. I can sit and study history for many hours without being lethargic. So I choose history.
No, I'm asking why didn't you choose history as your graduation subject?
Graduation subject. So initially I think it was a more decision that has been taken by my by the larger people such as my friends and family. So in that during that age, I was more inclined toward getting a technical degree and getting a job. But as I grew up and in my final year, I decided to go for civil services. So going for technical degree was mainly to get
Okay,
a
so your
job.
decision to go for civil services is it also guided by your friends and family?
No, it was a personal decision.
Why didn't you consult with your family and friends for this?
For the graduation.
For the civil services?
Yes, I consulted with them. So but they gave me a green light, so I went for the graduation.
Okay. So you consult. So you have often group discussions with your family.
Yes.
On which other topics do you discuss?
So the topic mainly the local topic, the ongoing politics in the UP or the.
So women are part of these discussions when you
Yes,
discuss?
my sister get involved, but my mother usually is busy in the home work,
So-
household work.
Okay. So do you sometimes discuss how to how you can implement women empowerment within your homes?
Yes, sir. I discussed with my father such as my sister have completed 12th. If I can speak personally for a minute, my sister have completed 12th, and her decision of doing the whatever career she choose is being discussed by the whole family, and my father is supportive and she could apply for any field. So, and in the if we talk about the financial empowerment, then the first property within my family is in the name of my sister.
Okay. I'm more concerned about things that happen within a family rather than going out.
Okay. So, if family, in my family, basically everyone has the right to say his opinion on any particular topic, and his opinion is very well listened and often.
So tell me how we can improve women empowerment within a household.
Within a household, mostly the household in India, basically they have some kind of patriarchal tendency. So if you want to empower the woman within the house, you should give him all the career opportunity and should financially empower her. And the third thing which is most important is to educate the woman. If you give all these three things to the woman, she will automatically get empowered.
What about household work?
Household work is basically the responsibility of all such as in my house I and my
No,
father.
I'm asking them. Anyways, you are from Tundla.
Yes, in district Rohit.
Okay. So Tundla, whenever my train passes through Tundla, it always gets delayed. Train moves very slowly around Tundla. Can you give me or think of some reason why does this happen?
Actually, the two routes are divided from the Tundla. First, the one go to the Jaipur in Rajasthan, and another goes to the Agra line. So the majorly train change their route on the Tundla junction. So that's why mostly the train halted there for 1 or 2 minutes. So there is a delay.
Okay. Tell me, you are a history student, right? So tell me the history of liberalization in India.
Liberalization in
Tell me the timeline.
mostly the liberalization is basically the phenomena which started from after the economic crisis of 1990, and then after the in 1991 we have seen the reforms in liberalization, globalization, and initially the government didn't the government opened the various sector in phases, such as some strategic sectors such as space, atomic power were not open. They have opened now. So, I think and similarly the sectors which are important for the economy, such as insurance and banking, they were also.
This is not timeline. You are telling me a story.
Timeline. I have to read about
Okay, Rohit, you are from Firozabad. Firozabad is famous for what?
glass, bangles, and antiques.
Why?
So because it have since around 19th century, the major small industries related to glass were settled there, and now they have it have itself automatically due to the interest of the people as well as the it have developed into a major glass hub.
Why? The question is why in Firozabad only? Why not in other part of Uttar Pradesh?
Basically, the Firozabad with time the Firozabad had developed a supply chain with so that it have a very good network. It is connected to the NH1, the major highway of the UP, and secondly the raw material which is required for the and the machinery and the labor, mostly the labor which is required in the glass sector and the glass factories are provided can be easily found in Firozabad.
You are computer engineer,
Yes,
computer
sir.
science. Okay. What is Internet of Things?
Internet of Things basically it is a new disruptive technology which connect the electronic item through the internet. We can have a control over the electronic item remotely through the internet with Internet of Things.
What is blockchain technology?
Pardon?
Blockchain technology.
Blockchain technology basically have a uncorruptible, decentralized, and digital ledger. It have a chain of ledger. On every ledger, which is also called block, we can store value. And it is the feature of blockchain is that it is transparent. You can have access, and it is immune to tampering. So, and it can also store large amount of data. And it have various applications. The government is and the various other stakeholders are evolving it. It have a evolving application in the various technologies, such as it can be used for the health, in banking, insurance, as well as in various other fields.
Which state is using it?
Sir, I'm not aware of it.
What is artificial intelligence and machine learning?
Artificial intelligence is an ability of the machine to do the cognitive activities like human. It can think. It can such as problem solving. It can take decision by the on the set of instruction. So in artificial, basically the machine mimics human's ability. So and machine learning is practically the one subpart of artificial intelligence, in which machine take the learn from the respective what we say the data or the experience, and certainly it take it have the certain outcomes. It decide on certain outcome, and it is a continuous process of learning.
What is big data?
Big data is basically we have seen that with the increasing digitization or in various fields, the data has become the new currency. So big data is basically the large amount of data in terabytes and even larger.
Okay. What is the importance of minimum support price?
Minimum support price guarantees the minimum price to the farmer in case of the he did not find any suitable purchaser in the market. So the government provides the minimum price to the farmer.
How many items are covered in that?
I'm not able to recall.
What is the role of WTO?
WTO is one of the leading one organization, global organization that sets the global trade rules. So it lay down the certain rules that is to be followed by all the nation, all its members, and it also set rules against some malpractices.
There was recently meeting also,
Yes, sir.
WTO.
Yes,
What was the agenda and what is the achievement in that meeting?
The
In
first of
Indian
all,
perspective?
According to in the Indian perspective, the first achievement was that the subsidy which was given to the IUU fishing, the illegal, unidentified, and unreported fishing was banned. And the second, the restriction that was imposed on the food export regarding the humanitarian process, it was lifted. And the IPR related to the vaccine manufacturing and exporting was relaxed, so that India could manufacture and supply it to the other countries.
Why India is entering into number of free trade agreements?
So I believe that there is a consciousness or the consensus among in the government that the free trade agreement, that India is in a better position to take benefit of the free trade agreement with the country. Earlier the experience was that the government of India has not benefited much from the free trade agreement, but we are in a better position. We have become more competitive in the global arena. So now the free trade agreement which we are signing with the countries such as Europe, Canada, one with the Gulf, we are planning to sign with the Gulf country also. So we are in a better position to take advantage of the free trade agreement.
Okay, my last question is, what is PLI?
PLI is basically Productive Linked Incentive Scheme. It basically provides incentives to the producer in the increased export, in the increased manufacturing and export of the item. It has been granted in around 14 items, and it has been very successful in the electronic industry. So the government is just it can provide a large amount of employment, direct and indirect, as well as it can provide a major boost to the economy.
Okay, thank you. Your formal interview is over. Rohit, our member will give you feedback.
Okay, right. So you look a good candidate. First, you tell that how you feel about your interview.
So I think my knowledge about the schemes is quite low. I have to go up. And I think at some point I hesitate. I also need to build some confidence in me to face the tough situations.
And other areas?
In other area, I believe that I have some. I have to develop in me a better understanding the person. While I was conversing with the sir, so I couldn't understand the person many times. So it is a major problem.
Okay. And when is your interview?
On 15 July.
15. So you have 15 days.
Yes.
12 days.
20.
तो मैं स्टार्टिंग से करता हूँ. सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन जो था कि आप सिविल सर्विसेज आप कर रहे हैं क्या प्रिपरेशन या इतना गेप क्यों है, उसको आपने बहुत जस्टिफाई किया. उसमें आपको बोलने की जरूरत ही नहीं थी कि मैंने स्ट्रगल किया हूँ, ये किया हूँ, वो सब चीज़ें नहीं बोलनी थी. मेरा मतलब बेड लक था, स्ट्रगल थी, गाइडेंस नहीं थी, वो सब चीज़ बोलने की जरूरत नहीं. आपसे पूछा गया कि इतना गेप किया, तो आप बोलोगे मैं सिविल सर्विसेज प्रिपरेशन कर रहा हूँ. फिर वो फॉलो अप क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे ना आपसे कि इसमें आप ये मत सोचो कि मेरे को जज कर रहे हैं. आप जितना ज़्यादा बताएंगे उस टाइम पे जज ज़्यादा करेंगे लोग. तो आप तो क्यों नहीं बताइए मेरे को सिविल सर्विसेज की प्रिपरेशन कर रहा हूँ. फिर वो पूछेंगे कि क्या आपको कोई सफलता मिलेगी, क्या कितने बार आपने मेंस दिया, वो सब चीज़ें में आप एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हो कि नहीं सर मेरा नहीं हुआ क्योंकि मेरे को गाइडेंस नहीं. तो वो जो आपने एक साथ बोल दिया 8-10 स्टेटमेंट, उसको आप टुकड़ों में ब्रेक कर सकते थे जब रिक्वायरमेंट होती.
तो अगर इनिशियली पूछा जाए कि आपका गैप क्यों है, तो एक आइडियल आंसर क्या होना चाहिए इसमें?
आप बोल रहे हैं कि मैं अभी तक गेप क्यों है वो नहीं पूछेंगे, आप क्या कर रहे थे ये पूछेंगे बेसिकली ना. तो आप बोलेंगे कि मैं सिविल सर्विसेज की प्रिपरेशन कर रहा हूँ, साथ में और भी गवर्नमेंट एग्जाम की प्रिपरेशन. फिर वो पूछेंगे कि आपको कोई सफलता मिली क्या, आपने कितनी बार इंटरव्यू दिया है, उस टाइप पे कुछ पूछेंगे तब आप बताओ. शुरू से अपने आप को जस्टिफाई नहीं करना. दूसरी बात, जब मेरे से आप आंसर्स कर रहे थे तब आप आई कॉन्टेक्ट आप ठीक नहीं था, आपने तो ऐसे ऐसे थोड़ा देख के कर रहे थे. वो बीच बीच में आप करते हुए ना, तो शुरुआत में आप ऐसे कर रहे थे सर के साथ में भी, इंट्रोडक्शन में भी और मेरे साथ भी. उसके बाद में शायद आपने ठीक किया. तो वो थोड़ा सा एक मुझे लगा एक ये जो सॉन्ग्स आपने हॉबी के अंदर लिखा हुआ है लिसनिंग न्यू सॉन्ग्स, और जब आपसे 2 सॉन्ग्स पूछे गए तब आपने बोला कि मेरे को याद नहीं है. तो ये हाँ, मतलब आपको तो लाइन से 10 सॉन्ग 20 सॉन्ग गा देने चाहिए, है ना. तो ये एक ही हॉबी जो है लिसनिंग न्यू सॉन्ग्स, ये पूछने पे आपको तुरंत आंसर आना चाहिए. 2 सॉन्ग्स कोई भी, क्योंकि आप तो रोज सुनते हैं ना, कई सॉन्ग्स आप बहुत रिपीट मोड में सुनते हो, तो आप तुरंत बता सकते थे. अब कुकिंग पे तो हमने कुछ पूछा ही नहीं आपसे.
अभी रिसेंटली एक सिंगर की डेथ हो गई थी.
ठीक है.
एक बात भी एक और टाइम पॉजिटिव
मर्डर हो गया था.
एक का मर्डर हुआ, केके की डेथ हुई.
सिद्धू मूसेवाला
हाँ. तो कुछ भी क्वेश्चन पूछे जा सकते हैं, पर ये सॉन्ग्स तो बेसिक याद रहनी चाहिए ना अपने को.
एक्चुअली मैं सोच रहा था कुछ सॉन्ग जो आ रहे थे वो मुझे लगा कि बताने लायक
नहीं,
है, इसलिए मैं कुछ और सुन
नहीं. ठीक है,
नहीं मतलब जैसे इन्होंने अरिजीत बोला,
नहीं बताने.
जैसे इन्होंने अरिजीत बोला, तो अरिजीत के 2 सॉन्ग्स तो कोई से भी सिंपल से
वो उसमें ज्यादातर रोमांटिक होते हैं, मुझे लगा नहीं बताना.
रोमांटिक में गलत नहीं है, कोई जो
उस टाइप का कोई
गलत वर्ड है ना, जैसे बादशाह में इनमें कुछ होता है, वो आप मत बताओ. चाहे
मैं प्रिपेयर करता हूं.
अरिजीत का रोमांटिक है,
या कोई गन कल्चर वाला सॉन्ग है फॉर एग्जांपल, या उस तरह के सॉन्ग्स नहीं बताने.
तो ये बेसिक चीजें हैं. और थोड़ा सा सेंटेंस फ्रेमिंग स्टार्टिंग में गड़बड़ होता है, पर बाकी ऐसे बाय लार्ज आपकी इंग्लिश वगैरह ठीक है, बोलने का फ्लो ठीक है, उसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, आपका पोस्चर वगैरह सब ठीक है ना, बाकी सब होता है.
15 दिन है आपके पास. You have 15 days. Practice English speaking. What is happening is it's not coming out very clear at times. So your delivery will improve a lot. So how to practice now? Tell me, how will you practice?
I used to practice on an app which provided me a free time of speaking in English. So for around 30 minutes you can speak with.
So you have members in your family whom you are already doing group discussions with.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you arrange for group discussion per day? Everyone will be happy. So is it in English or Hindi? It must be in Hindi most of the time.
Yes.
So your sister must be speaking English.
Yes.
So you can make her sit and discuss with her in English for maybe half an hour at least. That app also you can use. Otherwise you can ask a question to yourself. You can tell the answer in a mirror.
Yes.
One more thing I would like to strictly tell you, stick to a 3-sentence rule. You are going vague a number of times because of the excess uses of word and speaking long sentences unnecessarily. Like I asked, why do you think you are an adaptive person? the answer was very vague here and there. It should have been very 2-3 answer. I am good at adapting to various situations, as well as I like to explore new things, new situations, new challenges wherein I am good at adapting, and that ends the answer. So that crispness or that precision will come if you practice hard, right? So sit with anyone, maybe talk to yourself in English, ask question, and stick to that 3-sentence rule. Don't break it now. And beyond that, your answers were repetitive at times. This, like sir asked about WTO, same thing, same word or same sentence you repeated thrice in a single answer. So it wastes a lot of time, and it gives a negative impression about the candidate as well. Because in civil services, suppose here they have 1300 students to choose from, so they have to reject 900 people. So they want people who can think out of their field very quickly and they can effectively express themselves, because this quality you will use in your job as well. You will be fast and effective in decision making, right? So always remember that once you have framed it, you have spoken 3 sentences, end the answer. Don't start repeating it all over again. Beyond these lacunas that I pointed out, you are a very good candidate, as sir said. So if you fine tune your delivery part a little, you're bound to score big. All the best from my side.
Take some time to think, and then maybe start your answer. This is one thing I would suggest. And don't search for answer after starting something. Like you have started to say, like in sir's questions also, in mine also, like if you have spoken enough and then you suddenly remember something else, then you again start with the answer. So it is, you should frame your answer like accurately, like we call crisp answers. So that will come with practice, because this is like your school, college viva. So viva is not something which is very easy for most of us, right? So because you have to think of the answer on the spot. So that will require some practice. As sir suggested, you've been talking to friends and family. Talk to your friends. You can give them a set of questions, like some basic questions. Your DAF is also very rich. You have mentioned so many hobbies, and the hobbies are very generic. So it can take any direction. And like sir asked 2 songs, I would suggest prepare 3, and prepare follow-up questions also from them. Like for example, if you choose a song which has mention of some place or mention of some kind of some new word or vocabulary, questions can arise from that. If they ask what genre of movies you watch, you should be ready to tell a genre. Then movies in that genre, right? They can ask you the latest movie that you have watched. Question can be asked from that. Possibilities are huge. Prepare a list of such basic questions from all the topics, and then practice those answers. You gain some more confidence. If you get confidence, I think you'll do it.
So while you're taking pause, I think there was a pause नहीं दे रहा था मैं सर.
पॉज नहीं, आप जैसे आपसे कोई क्वेश्चन पूछा गया, फिर मैंने कुछ और पूछ दिया, तो आपने मेरे क्वेश्चन की तरफ ध्यान ही नहीं दिया, आप कुछ पिछला ही कंटिन्यू किए जा रहे थे. जैसे मैं पूछना चाह रहा था कि आप कंप्यूटर इंजीनियरिंग की जगह आपने ग्रेजुएशन क्यों नहीं किया हिस्ट्री में, लेकिन आप पिछले क्वेश्चन के आंसर दिए जा रहे थे, क्योंकि आपके माइंड में वो चल रहा था कि इसको मैं जस्टिफाई शायद नहीं कर पाया, कुछ और 1-2 चीज़ और जोड़ देता हूँ इसमें तो बढ़िया हो जाएगा. तो वो एक रहता है हम लोगों का जनरल, जब हम लोग बातचीत करते हैं ना, स्पेशली जैसे आप बता रहे थे आप डिस्कशंस करते हो फैमिली में, तो यही होता है कि लोग अपने पॉइंट को जस्टिफाई करने के लिए बोले जाते हैं. तो वो वाली चीज़ को है ना इंटरव्यू में अवॉइड करना. जैसे सर ने बोला क्रिस्प आंसर सोच लो, बता दो, हो गया. फिर कोई कुछ फॉलोअप पूछे तब आगे बताना कुछ, और जो क्वेश्चन बीत गया उसको जाने दो, अगले क्वेश्चन में फोकस करो कि नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या है, उसको सुनना अच्छे से, उसके आंसर.
ओके रोहित, आपका इंटरव्यू अच्छा हुआ है, आपने अच्छा रिप्लाई दिया. एक हमें जो ऑब्जर्वेशन है हमारा, उसको अगर आप तो दूर करें तो अच्छी बात है. एक प्रश्न के उत्तर में आपने कहा कि मैं अपने बॉस को कुछ आपको निर्देश मिला, तो आपने कहा कि मैं और लोगों से भी कंसल्ट करूंगा और तब हम फिर रिएक्ट करेंगे। अगेन आपके प्रश्न के उत्तर में भी आपने कहा कि मैंने कंप्यूटर इसलिए लिया कि हमारे दोस्तों ने हमको बताया कि आप कंप्यूटर ले लो, हमारा मन नहीं था। आपने खुद ही कहा कि हिस्ट्री आप घंटों घंटों पढ़ सकते हैं, यानी आपके इनर जो वो है वो हिस्ट्री के प्रति है, लेकिन किसी के कहने पे आप जा रहे हो। फिर तीसरा आपने कहा कि सिविल सर्विसेज हमने इसलिए किया कि दोस्तों ने हमको कहा, तो ये चीज बार बार रीइंफोर्स हो रही है। यू गॉट इट? दिस इज पर्सनालिटी।
Sir has noted a very key point here, which was present across all the panelists.
इनके प्रश्न में आपने 2 बार कहा ये बात कि हमने दोस्तों से कहा। दोस्तों, ये शो करता है कि आपकी वीकलिंग्स दिखाता है कि आप स्टैंड नहीं कर पा रहे हो। आप अपना जो आपके मन में है सुनो, सबकी करो अपने मन। ये कहा जाता है ना कि जो आपके मन में है वो करिए ना। आप इसका मतलब ये है कि आप जब जॉब ले लेंगे फिर आपको कोई और कहेगा, कान भरेगा, तो आप कहोगे कि हाँ यार ये बात है ऐसे, तो वो शो करेगा कि ये पर्सनालिटी टेस्ट है ना, इट इज नॉट ए नॉलेज टेस्ट। तो ये चीज़ दूर कर लो आप अपना। रिप्लाई में मत दो, ये सब मत बताओ अपनी कहानी कि हम दोस्तों से सुना तो हमने कहा कि हाँ हमको कंप्यूटर नहीं मतलब पढ़ लेना चाहिए क्योंकि दोस्तों ने कहा। कहो कि हाँ कंप्यूटर इज ए इमर्जिंग टेक्नोलॉजी, हमको पढ़ना था, पढ़ा हमने, और हिस्ट्री तो हम वैसे भी पढ़ लेंगे। तो साइंस वाला बच्चा होता है तो ऐसे ही कहानी की तरह पढ़ जाता है। ये चीज़ बताओ तो आपको एक पॉजिटिव आएगा। दैट इज वाज ओनली ऑब्जर्वेशन, अदरवाइज यू आर वेरी गुड कैंडिडेट। Okay? All the best.
All the best, Rohit.
Thank you.